Sorry, I left it for a while and I completely forgot about it.
I asked you to be careful, especially because it's summer, honey.
I'm sorry.
It's such a waste, but I guess it can't be helped. We all make mistakes. We'll just throw it away. So heavy, but so worth it.
Trouble Busters!
This rice is delicious, Helen. Where did you get it? Give me a kind of friends and family discount or something? Well, that's a little... Oh, come on, you're so stingy sometimes, you know that? My name is Helen, and my neighborhood friend who lives right next door, Mrs. Smith, comes to eat lunch at my house almost every day to save money on her own lunches, and honestly, it's bothering me quite a bit. Well, in that case, can I just bring some Tupperware to bring home some of the rice you cooked? Surely that's a good compromise. What? I can take some, can't I? Why can't I, No, that would be really troublesome for us. I made rice that'll be eaten for dinner tonight, too, so... Wait, Mrs. Smith? Thanks as always, Helen darling.
Hey, Helen, can I talk to you for a second?
Sure, honey. Please excuse me for a moment, Mrs. Smith. Of course, no problemo.
Sorry, I left it for a while and I completely forgot about it.
I asked you to be careful, especially because it's summer, honey.
I'm sorry.
It's such a waste, but I guess it can't be helped. We all make mistakes. We'll just throw it away. Well then, Mrs. Smith, I'll see you tomorrow. Huh? Oh, of course. So heavy, but so worth it. Oh, what in the world? What happened?
What's going on here?
Hey, Helen, what the hell is up with that rice of yours, huh? Excuse me? There are a bunch of weird pink-looking bug things writhing in the rice. What on earth were you planning, huh? Just wondering about something, Mrs. Smith. Did you happen to steal the rice from our porch?
What?
So does that mean that you took our rice after all? No, I just did you the favor of taking something that you were foolishly going to throw away, but you gave me the rice with all these whatever they are in it. You're going to take responsibility for it, I swear to God you will. Responsibility? Yes, responsibility. You better take responsibility by firstly buying us a new rice cooker, because the one that we used to cook the rice with the bugs in it this morning is ruined. You have got to be kidding me. Why should I have to buy a new rice cooker for you? Isn't it only natural, since this situation arose because of you and your stupid negligence, and about this frickin' guano? You'll rightfully dispose of it quickly and exchange it for new, good rice for us to take. Absolutely not.
We'll make damn sure you take responsibility, since it was you who caused our entire damn breakfast to go to waste.
That's right. It was your rice that caused this whole catastrophe. If I may, I admit that it's true that it was our rice that caused all this, but I never gave it to you.
And you better shut the hell up. If you keep making a fuss, I won't frickin' hesitate to call the police.
Who the hell are you to say I'm making a fuss? I've said this many times before, and I'll say it again. I never told Mrs. Smith that she could take the rice. She was the one who took it without asking and then went on to cook the damn concoction without even checking to see if the rice was still okay. No one would think that such a ridiculous flow of events occurred in that way. My daughter-in-law is, so to speak, a victim who was deceived by you little punks. A victim?
That's right. So it's your natural obligation to pay for the mess that you caused.
Now, hold on just a second. My wife never said anything about the rice out on the front porch, let alone allow anyone, including Mrs. Smith, to take it, you see?
What's the big deal about that?
And it was you who cooked the rice without checking if it was still edible, correct?
That's what I've been telling you for so many damn times. Fricking annoying.
Who's in the wrong then if you admit Mrs. Smith did all those things?
Of course, that would be
Helen.
You deliberately put the bug-infested rice out on your front porch for me to take. Look, for the last time, it was intentional, but for another purpose. In the first place, Mr. Thompson, Jack's father, who is a farmer, kind of forced his son to take a whole damn 50-pound bag of rice, you see?
If that's true, I'll have to get your business card from Mr. Thompson's father, not Helen, for he will be the one responsible for this and thus obligated to pay for it.
Absolutely
not.
Even after saying all of this, you still don't understand? There's just no way you don't.
You do realize we're absolutely fine with calling the cops on you, right?
Neither do we, good sir.
What?
However, it will be you people who will be in trouble if you do that. Why? We're all victims here because we were forced to take a shoddy bag of bad rice. Is there any kind of law that says it's wrong to take something that's been thrown away home? I was merely thinking about throwing it away, but I hadn't thrown it away just yet, had I?
Thinking about throwing something away is the same as throwing something away. No, it isn't, sir. It's rather completely different.
Listen up, I'm a friend of yours, Helen. See? This kind of thing just happens between friends. It's a tacit understanding. And you brought your husband along to nitpick at the situation? I never thought you were such an unreasonable person. Okay, what the actual hell? I don't need the likes of you to tell me that. I don't remember there being any tacit understanding in the first place. Liar! You definitely knew it. You did. You did. You frickin' did.
Did you?
I didn't. She did! It was axiomatic for you to cook lunch for me every day to save on meal money, wasn't it? That was the thing that bothered me the most, honestly. What do you mean it bothered you the most? Do you not know what friends are? Can't you understand that I always thought about you, who always ate lunch alone and decided to keep you company? No, I never felt lonely at all whenever I was eating alone. You looked as though you were, damn it!
What kind of filter do you have in your soul, Mrs. Smith?
Will any outsiders keep the frick quiet? If I'd be willing to give you the benefit of the doubt and willingly let you eat with me.
Ain't that a bit harsh? Damn.
Today I want to eat this. Tomorrow I want to eat that. I was getting sick of you making requests like that every single time you came over to have lunch. I was just thinking of something for you to cook so that you didn't have to. Don't you understand the kindness behind all of that? To make a situation like that more bearable, I'd rather wanted you to request something like simple salted rice balls or something, but no. You requested things that you would never make yourself, like baked cod or roast beef. Your requests were always super time-consuming and expensive to prepare, you understand?
Oh, so that's why dinner was so extravagant, because of the leftovers from lunch.
But of course, I would ask someone cooking for me to make something nice at least. Of course I want to eat good food. Where the hell is the kindness in that? Amazing prowess from your wife, Seth.
I told you she was good. Not just saving money, but the courage to go another step further.
How about you follow our darling Miranda's example a little, Helen, huh?
I'm so flattered. You guys praise me too much. Well, everything I said is true, so I guess I can't help it. By following Miranda's example, sir, do you mean taking things from other people's houses without permission? Huh? Hey, stop it, Helen. Again, you infer me of taking things without permission. Infer, you say? I am straight up accusing you, sweetheart. You actually took a whole bunch of things from my house, didn't you? My favorite umbrella, the toothbrush I had saved for the sake of convenience and the cup it came with, the detergent I was planning to refill, a box of tissues from the living room, and even Jack's face towel. I know all about you taking every single one of these from my house.
I thought I'd lost it, but it had actually moved to the place next door?
That towel is now my personal water-steamed towel, so
the worst possible outcome.
All of them aren't that big of a deal, huh? They were all actually so useful for saving money in my household, so you should be honored to have helped us, all right? Real savings does not mean you make up for what you save by making someone else pay for more. No, you don't even save. What do you frickin' know about saving anything, eh? You're 10 billion years too early to go on about lecturing me about saving money or anything else, Helen, darling. What? Even I make use of cards with point benefits and use plastic bags for reusable garbage bags. Do you really think you're saving anything by doing something like that?
Honestly, you couldn't have been any more right, Miranda. Helen, as a housewife, really is incompetent, useless, and brainless.
Excuse me?
Helen, do you want me to tell just how talented my wife Miranda is as a housewife?
My lovely daughter-in-law Miranda goes to the department store every day and brings back a Tupperware full of free samples, you see. Huh?
And on the way home, she stops by supermarkets and convenience stores and gets so much toilet paper and room air freshener that she doesn't need to buy them.
Huh?
She always gets all the free pocket tissues, too.
Guys, this is straight up. But that's not all, you see? I also fully charge my phone, rechargeable batteries, and mobile batteries in the convenience store toilets, you see. I use all of that to power my family's phones and watches and whatnot.
Wow, what an amazing wife you are!
What's wrong, sweetheart? Thinking about adopting my methods yet? No, it's not that, but Jack, this has to be, right?
Yup, it's without a doubt theft.
Huh? You exaggerate. I'm just taking a few things from some places here and there, understand?
No, it's obviously someone else's stuff. It's not like she's willingly shoplifting, you know.
That's right. Miranda isn't doing anything illegal. No, all of that is very illegal. Just because you can't adopt my methods doesn't mean you can try to say it all in a negative way. Oh, I definitely don't want to adopt that kind of method. Hell no. Excuse me? Article 235 of the Criminal Code. Theft.
Huh?
All the aforementioned acts of saving money that Miranda and everyone else just talked about so loudly is punishable by imprisonment of up to 10 years or a fine of up to $5,000, you see.
What?
Why? I didn't steal anything at all. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm afraid you are, sweetheart. How the hell am I committing theft? First of all, you committed acts of intentionally wanting to take advantage of an enterprise's property and service and resorting to the theft of these things.
Your confessions of taking home supplies from convenience stores and supermarkets fall under this particular category.
No way. And then there's the act of charging electricity without permission in facilities where charging any portable appliances is not permitted.
Your confessions of charging your phone and mobile batteries and everything else fall under this particular category.
No way! I mean, electricity isn't even a physical thing you can steal. Theft isn't limited to physical things, you know. That could only mean...
Yep, things that don't have a physical form, like electricity, can also be stolen and thus compensated for.
I didn't know that. Hey, I didn't know about any of that. It's not my fault. What about the fact that despite you not knowing about any of that, you still didn't have a notion that it might be illegal? I took the extreme route to save money, and to go extreme means you need to go beyond the horizon of reason sometimes.
And what awaited you beyond that horizon? Hell.
What? You took home all the free tissues and even put the free samples in Tupperware and took them all home, right? That shouldn't be a problem because they really are free, right?
Yeah, that's where you're wrong, see?
What do you mean? Even if it is free, taking more than any conventional amount can still be construed as theft. There ain't no way.
Well, even if it is free, it's common sense for each person to have only one, isn't it? Other people are accepting those things after all.
But a norm is just a statistic of the majority's opinion, right? Common sense is different depending on the individual person. In my eyes, all of what I'm doing is normal and common sense to me, you see. There's no reason to call it theft.
I mean, while we're talking about common sense, calling my wife a criminal is very anti-common sense as next-door neighbors, ain't it?
That's really unreasonable, isn't it?
We can sue you for damages caused by the rice from your damn house and also defamation for accusing my daughter-in-law of theft, you know?
I don't think they'll take you to a civil lawsuit even if you ask a lawyer, sir. Did you hear that? You can't sue because you have your backs against the wall, don't you?
It's your own fault that this happened because of your rice, so you deserve what's coming.
If that's the case, you ought to pay us a lump sum as a way to prevent from taking you to court,
Yeah, I think $50,000 should suffice.
$50,000?
Helen?
Yep. Yes, hello? Is this the police? Yes, there's been an incident. The address is... Hey, why the hell are you actually calling the police? You really don't have to call them, you know. We're neighborhood friends, after all.
You're so wrong if you think that Helen will put up with you no matter what you do just because you're her neighbor.
If you were really just trying to save money and do your best, I wouldn't have done anything like this.
Hey, call the police again and tell them it was a mistake, damn you.
Huh? If by any chance it was determined that Miranda really had committed theft and that a criminal record was issued upon her, Seth and I would be on the damn hook at work.
By any chance seems like a gross understatement, sir. I would say by all chances, Miranda will be issued a criminal record. No way. That's gonna happen. There ain't no way. I'm just a talented housewife who works hard to save money on anything and everything possible. You and your silly husband have been telling me this and that, but I was simply saving money diligently. I haven't done anything to feel guilty about.
Are you sure, Miranda? Can we trust you, Miranda, dear?
It'll be fine, people. I'm used to this sort of thing.
Huh?
I've been arrested many times in the past because I didn't know it was wrong, and honestly, getting a theft charge is like an everyday side quest in my eyes.
What? Then that must mean, Miranda, don't tell me, you have a criminal record already?
Yep.
How many times have you done this?
Huh? We're asking you how many times you've been arrested up until now. I was once released on parole. I served 4 months in prison the second time. So I guess this is the third time?
Dang,
Christ. Wait, what do you mean by that? Mrs. Smith, I will only say this because you're still a neighbor of mine, but there will be no next time. What's the matter? You think you can threaten me with something like that? There's always a next time.
Wow, Miranda's such a brain-dead, warm-hearted person, I'm honestly getting a little jealous.
What the hell? Could you stop hating on me just because your own wife is so ridiculously incompetent with her own job at home? No, I've never had a criminal record, though. It's a badge of my steadfast spirit to save.
Calling it a badge shows how stupid.
Shut up! In the first place, getting free stuff from somewhere is what a housewife should be doing on the daily. Anything small like an accessory or something useful like tissues is meant for the customers, aren't they? If that's the case, there shouldn't be any complaints if I should take anything, right?
Well, that's certainly true, isn't it?
Yes, we are customers after all. Right. There are people who spend the whole day at the library or department stores to save on air conditioning at home, and I'm just stopping by and getting some free toilet paper. Compared to what other people do, what I do is nothing.
I guess you're right.
No, you took rice from our house too, didn't you? You're a neighborhood friend, so all should be forgiven, Helen. No, I won't forgive you. You better forgive me. Giving me 1 or 2 bags of rice full of writhing maggots? More to the point, the fact that you gave me that ridiculous rice makes me want to demand some compensation. And I'm saying I'll forgive you for all of this with a new rice cooker and a big bag of brand new rice. So you should just shut up and accept it.
And we will not.
Well then, in that case, if you keep quiet about this to the police, I'll let you off the hook.
Huh?
We're telling you to shut your asses up regarding the police, all right?
Listen up, okay? You and your husband are not to say any unnecessary things, capiche?
If you guys just keep quiet, Miranda won't have to be arrested, will she?
We refuse. You know, Helen, you really don't mind if your relationship with me gets worse, do you? What the... a moth?
Hey, aren't there more of them coming?
No, stay away! Avast, you disgusting bugs!
What the? This one's going for my nose!
this?
Oh, my eyes! They're going for my eyes!
Let's just get out of the house now!
Hey, Helen, what the hell was that onslaught? Those moths, you mean? Those were meal moths.
Meal moths? Their full name is the Indian meal moth.
Those were the true identity of the pink larvae that were in the rice Miranda stole from our front porch. In other words, all of them were moth larvae?
That's right. What the hell are you doing saying like not your problem? What do you tell us to do with this house?
That's why I said I was going to throw the rice away. But why didn't you tell me? You're so cruel, Helen. I'm not freaking cruel. It was you who took it without permission. Shut up. If you had simply told me from the beginning what kind of rice that was, none of this would have happened. And that's why I'd like her arrested for theft, officer. Huh? Wait a minute. What the? This is some kind of mistake. I'm telling you, I never did anything wrong. Helen, say something, will you? Troublebusters initiated. Nothing like that. As a result, she was charged with habitual theft and was sentenced to 2 months in prison, followed by 3 months of probation. But since she attempted to take some air freshener during her parole, she was caught by the store clerk and was arrested once again. This was her 4th incarceration, and since she's already received a total of 6 months in prison hitherto, she was convicted as a habitual perpetrator of theft and larceny and was sentenced to 3 years in prison. Her family was caught in the news after the thefts were reported, and after her husband and father-in-law were fired from their jobs, they sold their house because it became difficult to live in the neighborhood. Now, the 3 of them are living far away in a cheap, dilapidated apartment, trying not to be seen by anyone. After that, a new couple moved in next door. The wife and husband are both very nice people, and now we've become so close that we chat casually together and have picnic lunches every weekend. All the days of being tormented by Miranda were worth it, I realized, and I feel like life can't get any better than this. Troublebusters!